Hi, my name is Ridha, and I studied abroad at the University of Oxford, and I use she, her pronouns. I had decided that I really wanted to go abroad even before I had committed to UMass. And I knew that if I did go abroad, people go abroad for different reasons. And for me, it was definitely more of a way to academically challenge myself. I figured that if I went abroad to the University of Oxford and was able to mingle with the faculty there and with the other students there, and just to get to experience what that would be like, it would be a really cool experience for me to reflect on in the future. So I have always been a practicing Muslim, and part of that means, praying 5 times a day and fasting. And so I had experienced my first Ramadan away from home at college. So studying abroad, I knew that I would have to be doing that again if I went abroad in the spring because the timings coincided. So I did have a lot of anxieties on how that would play out, just whether or not I would be able to find a community, because obviously Ramadan is a time for a lot of spiritual reflection. And for me, I love spending Ramadan to kind of work on myself, but I also really love just the community aspect of it, and getting to eat dinner with everybody and breaking your fast with everybody, which is just such a such a bonding experience that you don't really get in other situations. So that part of Ramadan is really important to me, and I was apprehensive that once I went abroad, I would be missing out on that experience. So once I got there, I knew that my first goal would be to try to find that community for myself. And I did that by visiting the local mosque at Oxford. And so I had gone with zero expectation. I didn't know anybody there, but I was just hoping to introduce myself to the people sitting around me and hope that they would be willing to take me in as one of their own. And fortunately for me, that did end up being the case, which is really great. I went in on the first day and just kind of looked to the girl next to me and asked her where she's from and what she's studying at Oxford, and we were able to bond that way, which was really cool, because she had never met somebody that wasn't from the UK. So that was just a really great experience to kind of meet another Muslim person with a different background, but we're all coming together for the same cause, which was great. I think a lot of the times once you're going into a place you're not familiar with, we all kind of yearn for that sense of community. So one way that I would go about finding the community that you feel like you belong in is just to do some research beforehand. So I did end up visiting the local mosque, but before I did do that, I scrolled through their Instagrams and the emails and the websites to see what types of organizations Oxford had to provide. And so I would recommend for anybody that is looking to join a community and find a sense of belonging once they're studying abroad would be to check those emails, check those websites out, see what is offered, and then go from there. So, you can maybe find WhatsApp group chats and make a few friends even before you end up going, and that can be a really good way to make sure you feel like you're going to fit in before you even get there. One story that I like to tell people about my study abroad experience was Eid. So at the end of Ramadan, we have Eid al-Fitr, which is the celebration that Ramadan has ended. And so I had met this one girl at the mosque there, and she and I became really close really quickly. And her family owns a restaurant in London. So she was super sweet and inviting and asked me to come to London to celebrate Eid with her family, which was a really sweet, sweet offer. I ended up turning it down because I wanted to take that time to reflect for myself and just explore Oxford on my own that day. But I really appreciated her for that, because she knew that I was, in this country all by myself, celebrating this festival, and so it was just really sweet of her to offer. So I tell everybody that story just to share that there are people out there, even if you don't feel like you're going to have that community right away, there is a way that it will find you. I would say that the study abroad experience is really what you make of it. So no matter what cultural identity, religious identity, sexual orientation that you identify with, as long as you are able to take a step back and really reflect on what you want to take out of the experience and put yourself in situations where you are going to feel welcome and part of the community, you are going to have a great time. And you should not let things like that hold you back, because no matter where you are in the world, you will find people that have things similar to you and in common with you. So As long as you are willing to put yourself out there and experience the world with open eyes, hopefully the world will experience you with open eyes, if that makes sense. Yeah, just be open to new experiences.